really grateful that our fans came out and supported not just us, women's basketball today. As I continue to tell them, they make it such a great experience for our players, but they make it a great experience for all women's basketball players. So, I'm sure Coach Lindsay, talked about just the atmosphere and how incredible it was. So, just again, thankful. Really proud of our players. It's not the result that we wanted. I thought coming down the stretch, we had a couple back-to-back turnovers that were pretty crucial. They had 17 points off of our turnovers. There were 3 keys going into the game for us. The first one was to keep them out of transition. We had 17 points off of fast break points, I guess. We wanted to keep them off the free throw line. Didn't do a very good job. Because when you look at how they scored, it doesn't seem that overwhelming. And then you look at the free throws, and that's the game right there. And then we wanted to do a great job on the boards. I thought our kids battled on the boards. This is a team that, is +7 in that category. And, I think our kids gave us everything they had as far as being able to do a good job of rebounding the ball. So, obviously USC is a very, very talented team with great coaching staff. And, it was, I thought a really, really great game. With 2 really good opponents. And so, like I said, disappointed that we came up short, but I thought there were a lot of good things that we did.
Teri, you guys were ahead late in the third quarter, and then Juju hits that deep 3 at the buzzer, and it just kind of starts to slip away, there in the fourth quarter. What led to what was the biggest difference in that fourth quarter for you?
I just think, unfortunately, Chloe came down and turned it over back-to-back times. And, that sort of took a little bit of the, wind out of us, because we had been trying to run good offense and really trying to put pressure on them to have to force them to, run action, forcing them to have to guard action. And then we just, turn it over on a reversal, turn it over on an entry pass. And, both of those end up in, run-outs. And I'm not blaming. Chloe was great, but those are 2 backbreakers that you just can't have going down the stretch against a team, like USC. And so I thought we did them a favor. We didn't make them guard.
Teri, along those lines, you illustrated some of it, but this is kind of a game of fine margins to some degree. There were some open shots that didn't fall,
Sure.
for example.
A lot of them.
Yeah, and what do you think? How frustrating is it, one, that it's fine margins in these games against these good teams, but also, what do you feel like the team learns from it over the course of or what can they learn from it?
Yeah, I think there's always something that they learn. We're going to learn going down the stretch. We can't turn the ball over. That's easy stuff. But, I look back at UCLA. I look back at today, Todd. We just got to hit shots. It's that easy. If that's the lesson we got to learn, I think we got some really good ones. We just didn't hit them. Sid Parrish got some really good looks. Yarden got some really good looks. Same with UCLA. We look back and we're like, we hit a couple more shots and we win this game. And so, they're battling. They're trying. After such a poor performance the other night against Illinois, it was good to see them, come back. But we can't just get up for the big ones. We got to be up for all of them because they're all so hard to win, and they know that. And so at the end of the day, you look back, and we're going to watch it, talk about some of the things that we did well and some of the things we got to clean up, but got to hit shots.
Coach, you decided to start Strip today, likely for some more physical play. Were you happy with what you saw out of her?
I was, yeah. Strip has been very reliable, and she's smart. She understands game plan. It was great to see Lily come in and impact the game the way she did. And part of that is, we felt like, Lily's been playing with a little bit of extra pressure on her. And so bringing her off the bench was intentional to just, get her to relax a little bit. We knew that she was going to play. We knew that, we need both of them. But Strip was I thought, really good for us today.
Yeah, and an extension of that is the plan going forward to keep Stripling in there or kind of match up
As
based
of
going
right
forward?
now, yeah, there would be no reason why we'd take her out.
And
you
then
know?
what do you tell Yarden after kind of a bit of struggle? You've said previously she's somebody that could turn the page pretty easily, but
Yeah.
what's your kind of message to her after kind of a rough showing?
Well,
right?
again, she's just going to have to, and she does, she gets in the gym and she does her work. And, we need her, Mike, we need her to score for us. And so we just kind of keep doing what we're doing, pouring into her and encouraging her. And then, being her biggest cheerleaders right now, that she's a great shooter. She can make plays for us. She had 6 assists. She showed that. But, we just need her to score at a higher rate. They were icing a lot of her ball screens. They were being physical with her. And so those are things that she's going to have to learn to play, in spite of the way people guard her and are physical with her. And maybe we got to, like I said, I thought she got some really great looks that didn't go down. But, we'll go back and see if there's ways that maybe we can get her a little loose, and maybe get her going early where she sees some of those go down. But, we got to stay the course for her because we know how important she is.
Teri, do you think that overall you're like this close to clicking with everything? You've had the stretch.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know that we're this close. I think we were trending in a really good direction after we got back from, early on, and, going to Iowa, winning at Iowa was hard, and then we came back and we certainly took a step back, I thought, the other night against a really good Illinois team that came in and really shot it well inside the hall. But again, I go back to it's all of them are so important. This is such a great league. We can't have a different mindset, right? We against UCLA, against USC, the mindset, the strategy, being engaged in what we're trying to do, it has to night in and night, it has to be the same, no matter what the opponent is. Our window, as we know, is our room for error is very small. And we got to be so good on so many levels, whether it's coverages, whether it's our actions that we're running offensively, and there's screening actions, and there's things that are happening inside the actions that we can't forget to do, executing all of it. And so we gotta just keep our head down and keep grinding and realize that it's a marathon. It's not a sprint.
You mentioned how practices weren't the best before the Illinois game. How did your team prepare for this one against USC, and do you feel it was representative?
Yeah, I thought they bounced back. As I said to them after a tough night the other night, certainly they returned the next day on Friday because we didn't have a day off. And anytime you have to watch yourself on film, the energy, and you get their attention that way because they see all the things that they could have done differently. And so typically when you go back into practice, energy's up, enthusiasm is where it needs to be, the focus is right there. And so as I said to them on Friday before they left, today was a good day, but can we stack another good day Saturday? And they did, I thought they were dialed into what we wanted to do, offensively, defensively. You look down and Juju has 22 points, but we made her work like crazy. And I'm really proud of Lexi. I thought Lexi did a great job. I thought Chloe did a good job. Other than the fouls, I thought defensively we were on point with how we wanted to guard them.
Juju came in here and said that she kind of got used to the defense. How do you feel like you can kind of change that up throughout the game?
I don't know how she got used to it because we kept changing up the defense on her, right? We didn't play all man. We went to a little bit of a box and one. And so, that's what you do. You try to, we corralled a little bit. We shaded a little bit more throughout. So, there's nothing that we would have done differently. I thought she had to work extremely hard. And I said, I'll stand by what I said. I thought Chloe and Lexi did a great job on her.
Teri, just I guess, well, first off, heading to the West Coast swing, what's kind of your plan for the week, and how is your team planning to handle the travel coming up?
Well, we're going to go short tomorrow, and then we're going to take Tuesday off. I think we leave Wednesday. And then, I think we'll get out there Is that a day earlier? I don't know. It's 2 days when we play 2 days earlier. And so we'll get kind of acclimated to the time change, have an opportunity to practice like we have been the 2 days, prior to playing. So, and then we'll stay out there.
Yeah, and I mean, you mentioned before just kind of your fine margins for error as a team. I mean, obviously, at this point in the season, you're more of a bubble team than you have been as far as the tournament than you were the last few
Right.
years. How do you kind of, I guess, get the team to not think about that too much, just
Yeah.
kind of stay on course,
Yeah.
but obviously knowing, every game is really, really important.
Well, I mean, they know that, right? Every game is very important, in this league, and that's what you do. You just it's a one-game season, and they know that every game is, in really important to what we want to be able to do, and that's to play, in March. And so, we just got to keep focusing on the things that we have to keep improving on and getting better, and I think we will, and we will. I got a lot of faith in these guys. Yep. Thank you, guys.